What's up with you guys? It's your boy West Coast. So Dak Prescott and his people at CAA, that's the people who represent him, have put it out in the media that the Dallas Cowboys did offer him a some type of contract, some type of some number for as far as an extension, and it looks like Dak Prescott's camp is reporting that they actually went ahead and they, because the way it works in contracts is, they're gonna submit a number to them, and then they're gonna submit a number back. You know what I'm saying? And so what it sounds like, as if Dak Prescott and his camp today, they countered with a number that Dak Prescott feels is, equated for what he wants to do. Now, the number that everybody's throwing around right now is $30 million a year. And I know when you automatically, when you hear that number, people are, the first thing that goes in their mind is, is Dak Prescott worth $30 million? Is this person worth $30 million? But I think we've said it a many a times that when it comes to a franchise quarterback, man, it's not really about, is he worth it? You know what I'm saying? It's about, do you feel that he's going to be able to play up to that contract? And to be honest with you, I believe that the Dallas Cowboys feel that Dak Prescott is going to be able to play up to that contract. So, I've been kind of, I think me and Boss Cowboy have been adamant of saying, that we feel that Dak Prescott's contract is probably going to come in around, the 29 to $30 million per year. Why? Because, if you look at franchise quarterbacks, that's on average is what franchise quarterbacks are getting right now. And they're, more importantly, they're getting about 16% of the cap, of the salary cap. And 16% of the salary cap on a $200 million salary is around $30 million. You know what I'm saying? So, when the Dallas Cowboys said that they felt that Dak Prescott was going to be the quarterback of the future, and they felt that he was a franchise quarterback, you now have to pay him in that area. So, like I said, I'm gonna keep on preaching that I believe that Jerry Jones is gonna pay Dak right before we go into training camp. It makes so much sense to do it. I mean, why not? You get to go, you get to pay him right as we're going into training camp. And think about this, all that, because you know how people, it's like you and me, and we all human. You know what I'm saying? When you get paid that Friday, that's the best day of the life. Friday and Saturday, come Sunday, you done paid a couple of your bills. Come Monday, you broke again. You know what I'm saying? But I know for Friday, you happier than a mug. You know what I'm saying? So, imagine Dak Prescott being that extremely happy and that exuberant going into training camp. You know what I'm saying? That's how you want him to start the season. So it makes 100% sense. It makes sense for the Dallas Cowboys to pay Dak Prescott and to pay him around training camp. You know what I'm saying? So that's actually what I'm thinking. I'm thinking that Dak's going to get paid around the training camp era time. I think it's going to be probably no later than like a week, no earlier, no later than a week before training camp start. He'll get that fresh paycheck. He'll get on an airplane and come right out here to California to training camp. You know what I'm saying? But everything that's happening right now with Dak Prescott's contract is pretty standard, man. I mean, you saw what they did with DeMarcus Lawrence. We all know DeMarcus Lawrence was a guy who was deserving of the money, and they still, kind of, pussyfooted around and waited around and still did things, the way that they wanted to do to ensure that they paid him when they wanted to. So, I mean, I'm not surprised that they're not doing the exact same thing with Dak Prescott. You know what I'm saying? And you got to remember, man, it's not, as much as they feel he deserves, it's Jerry Jones and Stephen Jones' job to get Dak Prescott on a contract that not only benefits him, but it benefits the Dallas Cowboys. And I think a lot of times when we talk about when we talk about contracts and stuff like that, we get more caught up on trying to do what's best for the player, but it's not what's best for the player. It's what's best for the Dallas Cowboys. You know what I'm saying? But I will tell you this: the Dallas Cowboys can't afford $30 million. We can't afford it. It's that right there. That's about 15.9% of the cap. We can definitely afford that. So that's not going to set the Dallas Cowboys back at all. And to be honest with you, at 16% of the cap, next year when the cap goes up, that means that that 16% goes down to like 14%. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not like inflation where he gets paid more each year with the cap goes up. That's not how it works. As the cap goes up, his pay is going to stay exactly where it is. The only difference is the amount of what we're paying is going to be less. So, I mean, you got to think about this. As long as Dak pays out this contract, man, he'll be technically underpaid in 2 years. You know what I'm saying? So, that's kind of pretty much the only thing that kind of happened coming out of Dallas right now. And it does. I mean, this is all normal contract negotiation. So don't let nobody try to make you feel like, oh, this is some special stuff that's happening. This is what normally happens in negotiations. Like when you go get a bid on, you're buying a house. You buy a house, you put your bid in. They be like, nah, we want more. You be like, nah, I don't want more. So then you send a counter. You know what I'm saying? The exact same that's happening with Dak Prescott. It's going to get done, and I can almost guarantee you it's going to get done right before training camp. Hey, man, I appreciate you guys for tuning in. Remember, I'm going to be hitting YouTube a lot more stronger, so make sure you guys hit that notification, hit that subscribe button. Appreciate you, and we out. Never look down because the star's up.